Yes, condoms are essential parts of family planning conversation. But these days, there are a lot of misconception about the use of condoms. That is why I am here today to help educate you and debunk those myths associated with condoms. Welcome back. My name is Otojagali Mesimeri, popularly known as the nurse with the difference. And today I am going to be debunking 5 myths about the use of condoms. This is not a paid video. This is just me coming out to educate you on the use of condoms. So the first myth I have to share with you is that people keep saying condoms are unreliable, they can break off and they can slip off. Let me tell you something. When condoms are used properly, adequately, it is 98% effective. It is 98% effective. Let me explain to you why that condom is likely going to slip off, is likely going to cause pregnancy after using it. If a condom is not properly stored, it's exposed to heat. For those that keep condoms in their wallets, in their car, in their pockets, in place that there is heat, that can damage the efficacy of that condom. And for those that buy condoms on the tray outside that's exposed to sun, that can affect the efficacy of condom. And how do you open your condoms? Do you open it like anyhow? Do you take your time to open it to ensure that there is no hole? Do you use pin, needles, or any sharp object to open it? So when you use these needles, these pins, these sharp objects to open it, that can cause the condoms to break, and that can lead to leakage of little sperm into the vagina and end up getting that lady pregnant. And also, are you using the right size of condoms? If you are not using the right size of condoms, it might slip off and that lady might get pregnant when you don't want it. So for those that are saying that condoms are not reliable, I just want to let you know that condoms are 98% reliable when used properly, stored properly, and placed on an erect penis properly. Before I go further, what kind of lubricant are you using on the condom? It is advisable you use a water-based lubricant that will not affect the efficacy of that condom. I hope I have been able to debunk the first myth about condom. Now, let me take you to the second myth that is flying in the air about the use of condoms. The second myth is that sex does not feel good with the use of condom. One thing that will make sex not to feel good, that will make both parties not to enjoy sex, is basically not the use of condoms. But one is sexually transmitted infection, where one is scared of, I don't want to get STI. How am I sure my partner is not contaminated? Things like that can disrupt the flow, can disrupt the whole trust when having sex. And when both parties are scared of, we are not ready to have a baby yet, we don't want unwanted pregnancy, that is why we are using sex, that might affect the whole flow. That may affect the whole ginger during sex and not necessarily the use of condom. And if both parties are scared of, what if the condom slip off? What if the condom breaks? What if there's a sperm leakage? That might also affect the sex flow and not the condoms. So what I advise couples to do is that both parties should have an understanding of each other, a level of trust about what they want and what they don't want at that particular moment, so they can enjoy the flow during sexual intercourse. And also, most condoms are lubricated, so that will help for good penetration and foreplay and enjoyment during the whole encounter. The third myth is using 2 condoms is better than 1 condom. Come on, who told you that? Using 2 condoms is no way better than 1 condom, because when you use 2 condoms, it increases the friction. There's friction between those 2 condoms, and there's a possibility that it might slip off or it might break. So for security reasons, for health reasons, it is advisable you use 1 condom at a time. So don't repeat condoms, but rather use 1 condom at a particular time. So avoid those things circulating around. I've seen a guy say, I protected myself properly, I used 2 condoms, I know I am safe. See, I'm advising you as a healthcare practitioner, as a Nigerian registered midwife, it is not advisable for you to use 2 condoms at a time, but really use one at a time. Then the fourth myth I have to share with you is that condoms are meant for the men alone. Come on, that's a misconception, that's a myth, that's something that is not true. We have both the male condoms and the female condoms. So the men can put on the men condoms for their penises, while the women can put on the internal condoms. That's why we have two types of condoms. We have the external condoms and the internal condoms. The external condoms are used by the men, while the internal condoms are used by the women. So it's advisable for either the man or the woman to put on a condom. It's not advisable for both parties to put on the condoms because it might not be, I'll let it now, the flow might not be there, the fun might not be there. That's from my own perspective and my own point of view. So it's advisable for one party to put on the condoms. So just know that condoms are not meant for penises, but they're also meant for the vaginal and also for both parties. You understand? Then the fifth point I want to share with you is that there is a misconception that people that use condoms are promiscuous. They are spoilt. Is a sign. When you see a man buying condoms, when you see a woman buying condoms, it simply means they are spoilt. Let me tell you something. Condom is a type of family planning method, and married couples can use it over and over again. So I think it should be a situation where couples can go into the pharmacy to get condoms without being judged, without being criticized. So condom is not like, those using condoms are not promiscuous. Those using condoms are just in charge of their reproductive health, trying to prevent unwanted pregnancy. So don't think about people using condoms as promiscuous. That is a myth. That is a misconception I've come to debunk and scatter the table today. Last point I have to share with you today, which is a giveaway point, is that some people say condoms don't fit me, condoms don't stay with me. First of all, get the size of your condoms. I made a video on how to know the size of your condoms. I'm going to be leaving the link in the description box below. It's advisable as a man, you know the actual size of your condom. The size in one brand might be different from the size in another brand. So for example, let me use numbers. If you are using size 8 in this particular brand, you might be using size 10 in another brand. So you just have to be careful about the length and also the width. I explained how to get the size of a condom in my previous video. So don't feel that condom is not meant for everyone. Mine is too big, mine is too small, mine is too moderate. No. Just try and see, do the measurement and see if you can get the right size for yourself. So don't feel condoms does not fit. So these are the misconceptions I have to debunk about this. Condoms is not bad. It is a type of family planning method that should be encouraged. For those that keep asking me, Nurse Miss Mary, what type of family planning method is better? I don't want to do this. I don't use condom. Yes, use condoms. Try to get a good condoms because these are going to help you, understand, prevent pregnancy and also create bonding. Makes it feel like you're having a skin-to-skin sex. Because I hear people talking about, oh, whenever I'm using condom, I don't feel the bond. You can feel the bond. Take away every other thing from your mind and focus on the sex with your partner, and don't get distracted about STIs or unwanted pregnancy. So thank you very much for staying tuned. Thank you very much for watching this video about condoms. Don't forget to like, don't forget to subscribe, and also don't forget to share with a friend if you got value. For all my returning subscribers, this is Nurse Miss Mary saying thank you, bye, and see you in our next video.